The year is 1872. You are the captain of a merchant vessel sailing through the Atlantic. Then one day you spot a massive ship in the distance. You assume it's another merchant vessel like yours, perhaps headed to London or New York. But as you get closer, you realize that something is very wrong. The ship has no sails, and there is no sign of life anywhere. And when you finally board the ship, you discover why. The entire crew is gone. Welcome to my channel. Today we will meet an entire crew who will vanish into thin air. The story of the Mary Celeste begins in 1871, when the brigantine named the Amazon was launched in the shipyards of the Sumter Shipbuilding Company. The ship was a commercial success, quickly being chartered for trips across the Atlantic. On October 1872, the Amazon left New York with a full cargo of industrial alcohol and a crew of 8 men under the command of Captain Benjamin Briggs. The ship was also carrying 14 barrels of cider, 25 barrels of wine, and plenty of food and water for the journey. 2 weeks into the voyage, the ship was spotted by the captain of the steamship Atlantic. He assumed that the ship was the Amazon, and that she was simply sailing too slowly for his liking. So he decided to overtake her. When he got closer, he realized that the ship was not the Amazon. She had no name. Her sails were all furled, and her decks were bare, completely devoid of any crew. He then noticed that the hatches to the cargo hold were open, and upon inspecting them, they were undamaged and nothing had been stolen. The cargo was still there. At this point, the captain assumed that the crew had simply abandoned ship due to bad weather. But as he got closer, he saw that there were people on board. There were 2 women and 3 children on the deck, and they appeared to be waving to him frantically. The captain immediately had them brought on board the steamship, where he discovered that they were the wife and children of the captain of the ship. But they knew nothing about what had happened to the rest of the crew. They claimed that the last time they had seen the crew, they were all having dinner in the mess hall. The father had gone down into the cargo hold to retrieve some barrels of alcohol and had not been seen since. The mother and children had heard a loud crash, followed by screams and then silence. When they went down into the cargo hold to look for their husband and father, they found that the hatches to the cargo hold were locked from the outside. They then climbed up onto the deck, where they had waited for 2 days for someone to come and rescue them. The captain of the steamship then asked the woman if anything valuable was missing, and she replied that nothing was taken except for the ship's chronometer, which had stopped working at 7 o'clock on the night before. The captain then ordered the ship to be brought back to New York, where it was found to be empty. An investigation was launched to find out what had happened to the rest of the crew, but nothing was ever found. There were no signs of foul play, piracy, or mutiny. 8 men simply vanished into thin air. To this day, the case of the Mary Celeste remains one of the most mysterious maritime mysteries of all time. There have been many theories proposed over the years, but none have ever been proven. Some believe that the crew may have been the victims of a killer wave, while others believe that they were kidnapped by pirates. Still, others believe that the crew may have been attacked by sea monsters. But this is just a theory. Personally, I believe that the most likely explanation is that the crew simply walked off the ship. It is possible that the crew, consisting of 8 men, had become mutinous and that they had planned to abandon ship together. This would explain why there was no sign of a struggle and why nothing was taken. It is also possible that the ship ran into a storm and the crew, realizing that they were in danger, decided to abandon ship. They may have used the ship's chronometer to time their escape so that they could leave during the height of the storm. This would also explain why the chronometer stopped working at 7 o'clock that night. What do you think happened to the crew of the Mary Celeste? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to subscribe. Thank you to all of my patrons for supporting my work. If you would like to support my work, please go to my support page. Until next time, goodbye.